and gentlemen, if we could have your attention, please. We have some unfortunate news to share with you. We have received word from the Montana Department of Health and Human Services that there are now 4 confirmed cases in Montana. As such, the Montana High School Association has no choice but to suspend the remainder of Class C boys and girls basketball tournament.
I remember going into the game, the boys basketball game, knowing there's no cases in Montana. There's no way they're gonna shut this down. And we went through an hour of that game and they had come out saying there's 4 cases in Montana, we're shutting it down.
I directed public K-12 schools to close starting today until March 27th, all across our state. I want to be clear that this decision was not made lightly. And
I definitely thought that there was a possibility schools would maybe close or restrict some things, but I don't think any of us were expecting Friday, that day, the 13th, to be it.
Today, I will be extending the directive to stay at home for an additional 2 weeks through April 24th.
Everybody was kind of, optimistic, like, oh, it's just going to be 2 weeks and we'll, come back, thinking this isn't a very, big ordeal, but it turned out to be something a lot bigger.
In Billings, School District 2 trustees made the unanimous decision tonight to continue with online learning for the rest of the school year. A preliminary plan is in place for high school graduation, but the ceremony may have a drastically different look than what people are used to.
I feel like there's a lot of things that I took for granted, like seeing my teachers, seeing my friends. 1 second, they were all there, and then the next, everything was gone.
I think a lot of people are mad, and I just think it just happened so suddenly and so quickly that I don't think any of us have really had time to process, and we didn't really know how to because there was just so much unknowns.
As parents, we do everything in our power to shield our children from pain and suffering. But no matter how hard we try, inevitably, they're forced to navigate life's challenges on their own. We're living in unprecedented times. And for our children, grasping the idea of not being able to finish out their senior year the way it had always played out in their mind was, in a word, devastating.
It's just been so chaotic, thinking of, on the one hand, I'm still trying to, at least I need to finish school first, but then, that doesn't even seem important right now.
Why were we the class chosen to experience this? It's just everything that I worked for up to this point has been just completely banished, pretty much.
I can't hang out with my whole group of friends and all of us as seniors together, which is really hard. I mean, we enjoy being together, and this is the moments that we really want to spend the most time together, and we can't do that.
I've had my fair share of hard times with this, and I've, been going through things, and just because of what's been going on, not been able to come to school, not been able to see my peers, it's been definitely hard, that's for sure. But
Peyton was one of many Montana athletes to have their high school athletic career cut short. 1 minute, he and his team are celebrating a berth into the Class AA championship game, only to have the tournament canceled hours later. Students across Montana were losing what was, in their minds, everything they had worked for, everything they had achieved. And yet, through the anger, sadness, and isolation, they found perspective.
You graduate high school's a part of life, but there's a lot of these people you're never going to see ever again, maybe, and I really realized that, boy, we were sure lucky to be at school and to have all the great experiences that we had. Granted that we got cut short of it, but I just tried to remain positive as best I can and try to stay in contact with people. And like I said before, though, that's what really matters to me, is just being in contact with those people and trying to get through this together.
I think this is a perfect time to bounce back, and even though we didn't get the normal high school experience for our senior year, I still think that this shouldn't slow us down. We should find a way to look past all of this and use it to our advantage, use it as leverage to bigger things.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad.
No one else has this story. So we, in a way, this might sound weird, but we can cherish that.
Take my love, take it down.
We'll look back and we'll remember this. We'll see that
Climbed a mountain, then I
we came out of it, we came out on the other end.
and I saw my reflection in a snow-covered hill till the landslide.
I think what matters most is seeing my friends again. Just being with my classmates is something that I think means more than celebrating our accomplishments, even though I do still think that's important. But I think the connections with people are what is going to carry with us for the rest of our lives, not just our achievements.
Billings Central High School was one of the first schools in the country to announce they would go forward with a physical graduation. Billings Public Schools followed not long after. The 2020 graduation will look much different from in years past, but for these students, it gives them a piece of closure they've worked so hard to achieve.
I've gone to school with these kids for, 10 years or something, and I think it's just important to end it off with them too.
There's a lot of teachers I'll miss. I think, honestly, I'm thankful for the little things in life anymore. I know there's some students that don't have great homes and that this has been even harder than it was for me. I'm thankful for a supportive family and a supportive school district anymore that's willing to go to the ends for our students.
Like I said, just don't take things for granted. That's what I've really gotten out of this, and really, take those little moments and hold on to them and live in the moment.
This experience has shaped us, and we may not realize it right now, but I think we can all use this experience to come out better than we were before, as hard as that sounds right now.